Bienvenidos a
Get
Get Boring
boring. Get ready for some
Chisme.
chisme.
Do you think do you think that this new phase in your life makes it more difficult
Yes.
because the amount of men, the percentage of men in that population is basically reduced to less than 1%.
Yeah. It's so hard. The more work you do on yourself, it is so being just hard to date.
Yeah. And we have this relationship with the age of women and men, right?
Yeah.
Like men can look up for older men. And for example, a 30-year-old girl can actually date a 60-year-old man if they
Yes.
if they pass the requirements,
Yeah.
But guys will very unlikely will do that.
Date a
So,
60-year-old woman? Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And actually these older men have the span is wider to date
Yeah.
because we look down and we look up
But why wouldn't
age wise.
a guy date a 60-year-old? Because she looks 60?
Say it again.
Why wouldn't a guy date a 60-year-old? Because she looks 60?
Because physical body will be always a variable
Mm-hmm.
when we pick somebody.
Mm.
And not saying that there are no attractive people that are in any age, but when you compare, I think that's what we
Yeah.
do. We compare the age, right?
Yeah.
Why would I go up if I can go
Down.
down
Yeah.
and that's gonna make me feel better? I don't know.
Yeah. I
So
guess that's
it's,
true.
it's very surface for um, the time we choose partners based on surface variables.
Hmm.
It's even more surface,
Yeah.
very superficial. But this age assignment
Hmm.
between men and women impacts on how what we're saying that if you're in this phase of women that you start wanting somebody more committed to the
Yeah.
relationship, basically it reduces to zero.
Yeah.
I mean, you
Absolutely.
live in this city, right? You're not
Yeah.
gonna date somebody in China.
Hmm.
So the population here is, let's say, 1 million of people.
Hmm.
Who's there?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, there's a struggle in this phase for women.
Hmm.
But okay, let's jump into when somebody has a kid.
Oh, okay. Okay. So for a woman, I have dated somebody with a kid, but I was also very young, so it wasn't a good experience for me. Would I do it now? Oh, the guy has to be like amazing
Yeah.
for me to do it. But that is a big boundary of mine. Like,
What was the main bad flavor of the situation you had?
okay, so for me, and this might sound a little selfish, but I don't care. For me,
Get boring.
it right get boring. But for me, I if I don't have a kid and responsibilities, I'm gonna put you as my number one because you're gonna be my partner,
Right.
right? But if I'm dating somebody with a kid, I know for a fact I will never be number one,
Yeah.
right? Because the kid will always come first. And I'm totally accepting of that. That's a common sense. But I don't want that. I want you to put me first too because I get to put you first.
Yeah.
So if I get to put you first, I feel like I want that same in return. And I don't like to feel like it's not bad that they will put their kid first because I would always want that, but I don't want to feel like I'm always second. And I know that the love will be different because that's a kid and you're the partner. But because I don't have that responsibility of putting somebody before me, I just like to me would be a little off.
Yeah. Okay, you're saying the man has to be amazing. What does that mean?
Yeah, like he has to be top notch.
Okay, so here where we are entering into the women start liking the definition of the man. Who's the person,
Yeah.
right? And there are certain things here, like
Mm-hmm.
is there status? Is there good looking? Is there like who are they as a person? As
Mm-hmm.
a person, integral person, like all these things we already talk about:
Yeah.
communication, treatment,
Mm-hmm.
how presentable is the
Yeah.
person,
Yeah.
image oriented, or I don't
Yeah.
know.
So to me, okay, if we're talking about me dating a guy with a kid, yeah, he has to be good looking, of course. Not like the main thing, no, but I have to be attracted to him.
Yeah,
And um he definitely has to be financially stable. Obviously, he has a kid, right?
yeah.
So
It'll be
that
bad if you start sending money for the kid.
yeah. And like you me as a woman have to work
Yeah,
and support your
yeah.
kid. That's the problem. Because not only am I supporting you, but your kid too? Like no,
You
come
see,
on.
that's like a opposite thing between men and women, but we'll get there.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like to me, I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind it because he's a kid.
No, you would in the long run.
The kid is the kid, right? But yeah, to me, I didn't poop it out, so why do I have why do I have to take care of this kid, right? But that's just me. I don't know if a lot if any girls think like that, but that's me. Like
Okay.
that's how I grew up. If you don't, it's not your responsibility. Why you stressing over it? So that he financially stable because I don't want to be worried about that, and I don't want the kid to be worried about. I don't want to see that in my face.
Yeah.
Poor kid.
Right.
And then also the way he communicates, the way he treats his kid, the way the friends he has, are they married? Are they single? Does he go party all the time? Does he like to drink a lot? Does he still do drugs? Does he act like a child? Man child. Is he looking for something serious? Is he ready to build a life with someone and bring his child into that?
Oh shoot, qué boring. Qué pinches
It
boring.
goes deeper than just looks, right? It's just so many things of
Is way deeper this time.
yeah,
Is so much.
yes,
But maybe somebody in that position start providing all of that.
yeah,
If they're a good man, if they're an
yes,
amazing man.
yeah. Because there's a lot of guys like, especially if they have little girls, I think they start to think like, oh, this is my little girl, and she's gonna get the example of a man through me. So then
Yeah.
she's going to start dating men, and I want her to see this is the way you get treated. Right. So it's like if he thinks like that towards his little girl, he's going to treat you amazing.
Okay.
Right. So that is the kind of things that I would be like, Daddy. I mean, Papi. Right. Those are the things where I'd be like, okay, I could really consider this man regardless if he has a kid.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. So let's put it into brief words that in those settings a girl is gonna look for who the man is.
Yes. Qualities.
Yeah, the
The
qualities.
qualities of a man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the definition of the person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, for a man, and
Mm-hmm.
here's where I'm thinking I have this mindset, very traditional mindset, but we're gonna look for somebody who's I'm thinking from the men's perspective.
Uh-huh.
I have the kid. I have the
Okay.
I have the child. So I'm gonna look for somebody who's gonna nurture my tribe because I already have a
Yeah.
tribe, right? So somebody, and I don't care how much you earn. I don't
Mhm.
care. Yeah, it's still a little bit
Superficial.
superficial in some aspects, but there are like, let's say, up to five, which are the strongest.
Okay.
Nurturing, of course, attractiveness, and that you're gonna take care of us. You're gonna take care of us
Mm-hmm.
because I'll be dealing with the rest.
Yeah.
That's it. Probably okay. Probably
Wow. That
pro-
was that was a really short list
no,
compared to mine.
it's very short. And let me say probably my choice of being between single and in this position might be less strict
Hmm.
because I don't need to seek for the value of women because the value you'll gain the value by nurturing my tribe.
Yeah.
I think in that position is up to the practice in a regular basis. What I'm saying is maybe if I'm single, I really need to see that you're valuable women when I build my tribe. But then if I have a kid, you can gain the value by nurturing.
Mm.
Right? So it's kind of like I'm already there. So I'm allowing this room of okay, enter, and if you behave well, we're good.
Oh, okay. Okay. But okay, but when you're in the first dating stages with this woman, right? And you have the kid, how do you determine that you're going to welcome her into your life?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have kids.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. Okay, so then if you were single, how do you determine to let her in for a relationship?
Yeah, okay. Um,
I guess same thing without the kid.
right. Okay, same thing. Okay, I think. Okay, let me think. When you have the kid, you have the possibility of seeing that interaction, how
Hmm.
that interaction could be with the person and the kid.
Yeah.
So I think that has to be essential, right?
Mm.
There has to be some chemistry between them, so they get along when I'm not there,
Yeah.
right? But I think when the man has the kid, they have more possibilities to see the nurturing part of the women
Oh,
because
yeah.
there's going to be an interaction with the kid. There's going to be an interaction with the family and the kid.
So
There's
it's
going to be,
faster.
I think it's faster and there are
Yeah.
more possibilities to see that. When you don't have the kid, you simply don't know. That's why you
Yeah.
have to pay more attention
Mm.
to maybe how's the person with her nephew or with, with in other aspects.
But also you're basing this nurturing thing on the way she's treating you first, right?
Yes, but it's different. I mean, the way they're gonna treat me is different than the way they're gonna treat my child.
Right,
But
right.
I think I will pay attention more to the way they're gonna treat my child.
Oh, okay.
Because
Oh.
I've seen, for example, with Neron, my dog, if I walk on the street, they can say hi to me, just
Mhm.
people, but then they look at Neron like, oh
Mhm.
no, oh, no.
That's
And
true.
maybe that I'm gonna like that.
Yeah.
How devoted are they to take
Loving
care of
him,
to loving
yeah.
him?
The nurturing part. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because I mean, women just jump into relationship and they just want to nurture.
Yeah,
Like we just want to be nice and take care of you guys, but you guys want to act dumb. So here we are. And that's why
I think we're doing our part somehow.
somehow,
Somehow.
I guess.
Okay, for a guy that is single and wants a girl who has a kid or children.
Hmm.
Honestly, I don't feel it because I want to build my tribe.
Okay.
But I know there are men who does that.
Hmm.
But from the masculine energy perspective, it's like you're not gonna be able to build anything with that person.
Mm.
Because the moment you want something, or maybe they're gonna be draining you.
Hmm.
If you're gonna build something as men, and there's this kid or children that have another relationship, with their dad, that's gonna represent sometimes an obstacle
Hmm.
for my goals because you already have dependents that are not even yours,
Hmm.
you know. So I think you're gonna have mental space for them and not so much for you. And
Mm.
if you wanna, if you have big dreams, big goals, probably that's gonna um, these dynamics might interfere.
But you don't think about having kids with her?
I mean, maybe that, yeah, that'll be a possibility, right?
Yeah, and then you can like build your tribe like that.
Yeah, you could build your tribe like that, but that means that I'm financially stable to afford that type of life.
Yeah, because that would be two kids,
That'll be two
not
kids or
just
more.
one. Yeah.
But if I'm able to do that, yeah, why not?
Mm.
But if I'm struggling, it's like, no, not a good idea.
So, do you think that the masculine that you're saying of I want to build my tribe um is because you have this masculine energy more than the feminine energy? That's why you're saying a guy who's a little more into his feminine than his masculine sees it more like, yeah, I'm okay with entering this tribe and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, because this is what I think. Uh, if you have more masculine energy, you want to build something,
Yeah.
as the things that I was saying at first. You want to build something, and probably you want to evolve as men too.
Mhm.
When that catches you, then you want to your own things. You just want
Mhm.
your own things, and you want to build something with this person. But if that person includes another little person, then you have to be that sustainable,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
financially stable.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and if I'm thinking from a very masculine perspective, I don't know what I should be attracted to the women to be in that relationship. Like I can't picture it
Mhm.
because for us it's not they have to be amazing. No, no, it has to be something different.
So what would it have to be or you don't know?
Probably a lot of chemistry. I don't know.
Yeah, for you to like take on such a big
Yeah,
responsibility.
yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe I can like the way their motherhood. Maybe I can really like their motherhood.
That's
To
true.
say, oh, this person really takes good care of their
Yeah.
daughter, their
Because we do have a couple friends that have kids,
yeah,
single moms,
yeah. And
and
I
it's
think that can be
attractive.
very attractive.
Yeah.
But let's say that's something that I'm not gonna be able to experience. I'm just looking at it, right? And it
Right.
is attractive, but it's not like necessarily with me.
Yeah.
Probably something similar will happen if we have kids.
Yeah.
But maybe that, maybe they are, yeah, smart and center. You start looking at this also
Yeah.
personality, but definitely there has to be a lot of chemistry.
Yeah.
Other than that, I wouldn't know.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess. That's kind of crazy that guys. So if you were financially stable, you would be okay to be with a girl with a kid. Like, let's say your financials is not even a problem. It's not even a thought. You would be okay, or would there still be a hesitation?
For me, there will be a hesitation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because maybe in this energy I want to leave,
Mhm.
and probably that's the fear I would be sensing,
Mm.
that I cannot fully leave because there's a part that is involved there.
Mm. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there will always be like, oh, but we have to do this because we came to this agreement, with the dad or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I kind of want to experience the from scratch.
Yeah.
I kind of want to build it from scratch.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal case. Not many men want to build things from scratch. It's up to them.
Yeah.
But I think when you have that possibility of, oh, it's already pre-made, let's continue.
Mhm.
Maybe you're not too rigorous with your energy or your restrictions of building or how ambitious you are. Maybe you can just continue with somebody.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, like for me, I would like to experience it for the first time with somebody
Yeah,
else.
me too.
I wouldn't want. But if a girl has a kid and she's dating a guy, that's when it's very like, this is how much room you have
Yeah.
for a
Oh,
guy
but
to
guess
come
what?
in.
We still have to be providers.
Yeah, and you have to be all of these
Yeah.
plus more
Yeah.
because now kids evolve. And as a woman, you're like, I'm not gonna just bring a guy
Yeah,
around.
and many women are like, yeah, provide for the kid,
Yeah,
but you
that too.
cannot decide for the kid.
No,
To decide, there's the father.
because then you're actually saying provide for me and my kid.
Yeah.
And because I'm involved, you don't have to ask any questions, just provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is that's what I'm saying. And it depends how much you allow, but that is related to your philosophy of the relationships
Mhm.
and probably the energy that you care, that
Yeah.
you carry,
Yeah. I think so. That's
which are very fine topics at this point, right? Of the
yeah.
relationships. Very thin lines.
We should get people to talk about their real perspective
The
that
real,
have kids.
right? Yeah.
I think that, and since we don't have kids, that would be such a good like conversation to have
Conversation. Yeah.
with a guy and a girl who has kids,
Yeah.
and like how that dating process looks and feels. Because I have a friend who has a kid and she doesn't want to date anybody who doesn't have kids. She wants someone who has kids because they know.
They know.
They feel the
Yeah.
same thing or know the same thing
Yeah,
kind
which
of
is
thing.
the last phase in this part,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So I think that'll be the best understanding.
yeah.
I know what you're feeling,
Mhm.
so I can be empathetic,
Yes.
and I know why you're doing this,
Yeah.
and on the same page. We're on the same page.
Yeah.
So probably that'll be the best
Yeah.
shot.
Because to be honest, if I date a guy with a kid, I'm very empathetic to people, but I don't know if I could truly be,
Yeah,
because it's just the feeling is different. I just wouldn't understand.
yeah. But then, Pendy, a lot of cagadero can happen too. Because I have a friend. They had a kid.
Mhm.
Okay, so couple, they had a kid.
Yeah.
And this is the problem when we don't have like experience, or maybe we were too young. Okay, they get divorced.
Mhm.
Now they're pinche Nerón.
Pinche Nerón, ya.
So
La
they
cagó.
they got divorced.
Mhm. Ajá.
They get together with somebody
Mhm.
who already have a kid.
Yeah.
So they get together with somebody who already had a kid.
Mhm.
So now there are three kids
Yeah.
in the story, right? So there are three kids and two couples,
Mhm.
and each couple had another kid.
Oh,
So
Lord.
now there are five kids,
Jesus.
but the original kid, or the first kid from the first couple, has now four half brothers.
Mhm.
Four half brothers.
Yeah.
Okay? So you can create a lot of chaos in those stages of life.
Yes.
So I think you have to be extremely, extremely aware of what you're doing.
Especially if they then break up. Like, let's say these couples got remarried, then they break up and then go. I don't understand why every couple wants to have a baby with the next person they date. Like, just stop.
That's so that's so instinctual. Like we wanna create the link.
Yeah, like,
So
why
a
do
baby
you
is the
feel?
link.
Yeah. And it's just like, oh,
Come on,
Lord.
people.
Yeah. So I think that's crazy when people keep getting married or couples and stuff and they kept having kids with every person. I'm like, Lord, stop already. You're
Yeah,
like 40.
yeah,
Yeah, so Guess
Well,
this was a good topic.
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
it was
good.
good. I think we got really deep into
Yeah, maybe a
it.
little bit too much.
Maybe too much, but that was actually good because I mean, it would be interesting to hear perspectives from people who actually
From
have kids.
like real scenarios.
Yeah, and to and their mentality of dating might be completely different when they were 21
Yeah.
because we still are kind of like free, you know?
Yeah.
And with that, well, they have to think for somebody else, is what I'm saying. We're just thinking for ourselves
Right.
now. Still,
Yeah,
still.
yeah, they for sure are experiencing other details that we're
Yeah,
missing.
we will never, it doesn't even cross our mind.
Right.
So that's why I think we should have somebody like
Yeah.
call in or something and we can ask
So
them questions. That would
that's for
be,
the future. Yeah.
yeah, that's if we want to touch on the subject more. But yeah, this is a good podcast, Bendy.
Yeah.
I liked it, but yeah, I think that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening to our podcast.
Get boring.
Get boring.